Darren was a very free spirit. He loved life to the full. He lived it to the full. And we certainly didn't expect to lose him at 33 years of age. It's had a profound effect, obviously, on all of us, but I believe that he lived his 33 years very well. He probably fitted in 70 years of life in 33 years. He was just a great guy. His passions were riding his bike and surfing. There were many things he had done during his short but full life, I guess. He never really stuck at any one thing. So, you know, he loved the gym, he loved riding his bikes, he loved doing BMX, he loved his surfing. There wasn't any sport that he wasn't involved in, even if only for a few weeks. He just loved, as I said, loved life. And, you know, his passions as far as his bike went were that he could enjoy have the pleasure of riding his bike every weekend and feeling free. When he actually found out that he was becoming a father, he changed his lifestyle completely. It impacted on him in such a way that he actually took responsibility for everything that he was doing, whereby before he may not have. He loved the thought of being a father, he loved being a father, and he certainly was a great father to his little girl. Yes, I can remember the day like it was today. I was walking through Broadbeach. The phone rang to tell me that there'd been an accident. It was my youngest son, and he said to me, "Mum, Darren's had an accident on his bike. I hope he's got his insurance up to date." There were a million things I thought of within a split second, but certainly not death. Nothing could have prepared me for that. And I had someone drive me to the hospital because I was a little bit shaken. When we arrived at the hospital, we were taken to a little room. And I remember thinking to myself, this can't be good because we're in this little room. It's where they don't give you good news. But all the time my inner sides were churning because I'm thinking, well, what if it's not like you see it on the television, that they always live? What if they come back and tell me he's gone, and it wouldn't have been 10 minutes later that they've come back in and said, we've lost him. And not just for me, but for my little granddaughter, I thought it's not really words that she wants to hear, that her daddy's died. And then they let us go and see Darren. And it was like that he was just asleep on a bed, and within seconds reality set in that he's not going to get up and walk away. And then you have the social worker come in and say to his little girl that Daddy's not just sleeping, Daddy's dead, and he's not going to get up and walk out of here, and basically you won't see him anymore after this. It's not words as a mother that you want to hear that your child's dead, and it's certainly not words that I ever expected my little granddaughter at 6 years of age to have to experience or hear. Every day I live, I relive that day, because there's not one thing during the course of that day that I've forgotten. You know, from the minute I got up to every phone call I had to receiving the news of the accident, and then to hear of death was just, you don't forget it. It doesn't go away. Yeah. It had a huge impact on my life, to the point where you really don't feel like going on, but you know you've got to, because you've got grandchildren, you've got other children that need you as well. yeah, as I said, it has such a profound effect. I can't really explain how that works, but it basically is like you have a child, and he was my first child, and you feel like you've conquered the world, and then the day they're taken away, it's like your world shattered into a million pieces, and it's really never the same again. But you've just got to plod on. Life goes on for us, and I guess in saying that, I know that Darren wouldn't want us to stop living because he wasn't here. If I could say to every person on the road that rides a bike, when you first get on your bike, put your helmet on. Remember the people that you're riding away from. Remember that we want you to come home. We don't want to hear that you've been in an accident, that we've lost you as a family member, and be vigilant about other people not watching, where a bike is or where it's positioned on the road, because you are or I believe anyway, you are the, what do you call it? I've lost it. The panel. Your body's the panel, and if it's hit, you stand very little chance of survival.